What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Triple T podcast for knife makers. My name is Jerid from Echo Blades. I am the sole host of the show from the rest of the days going forward. Denis has chosen to completely retire from everything and consume Juicy Lucy's at a record rate. So here we are. Now, serious. Denis is out this week doing his thing at the some hammer-in out in Minnesota. I can't remember the name. Sorry for that. They deserve a better intro than that. But
Ooh.
what we do have is a very, 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 very special episode. This week, we have a bit of a sponsor takeover. We have the one and only Coy Baker from Baker Forge and Tools. Hey, what's up, Coy?
What's up, buddy? Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
And we have Matt from, I'll mess up the name again like a million times. Rock Solid Official Grip Tech X Trip Industries.
Grip Tech Composites. Now.
So, yeah, in all fairness, Matt, I am excited to give you the opportunity to set me straight and get everything squared away with what's happening, because I know you've had some really, really awesome, exciting, big things happen, and I'm super interested to hear what's going on. So,
yeah, it's been a lot of big changes. So,
yeah, but I appreciate both of you guys joining. I know Denis and I are super grateful for all of the sponsors and the support that you guys provide us, and just an opportunity to have you guys on and have some fun. So, without further ado, let's just get right to
roll, baby.
Yeah, calling Denis lame, slacker,
Yay, Canadian. All no holds barred. I mean, he's gone. There's nothing he can do. He gave you the reins, so he's out. Poor him.
Yep,
that was a mistake.
It was a mistake, 100%.
But we're going to take full advantage. So,
yeah.
Denis, you're listening to this. It's 2 days later, and I don't apologize.
Yeah, at all.
Nope.
Zero. You should have went harder when I wasn't here. That's how this goes.
Exactly.
All right.
He chose to retire. I mean, his bad.
I don't know. Sounds like he's doing more work than Jerid.
Where is he?
Right now, so.
Where
is Denis? He's at
he's
traveling.
Midwest Knife Makers Guild Hammer-In in Mankato, Minnesota. He's something that is housed at the USA Knife Maker facility up there. So
that's 100%.
It must not be all that cool. Neither of us were invited, Matt. So
that's true. Yeah. They do a show in the Twin Cities in September, so I'll be doing that one, but not the hammering. I don't know how to hammer anything, so
that's overrated.
I only know how to hammer something on a power hammer. Hand hammers, I'm out.
Oh, that's a lie. Coy showed us all up in Florida one time when we were making little baby snakes in a coal forge with Steve Cal and the foundry crew there, and Coy gets up on there, and he's like, "Well, Steve's one of the best teachers ever, greatest guy." He's like, "Okay, Coy," Coy's like, just like a power hammer.
Coy just turns into a power hammer.
Yeah, I'm like, we all look at him like, "Oh, you've done this before, huh?" Yeah. So,
all right. So maybe the first few Baker Forge billets were made on an anvil with a hammer, but not many since.
Well, good. Yeah. So you learned. You're progressing. That's awesome.
That's right. That's right. My arm can only do that for so long. So.
Yeah. But yeah. So I am fresh back from a trip to Washington last week for work. It has been a kind of a whirlwind. I spent the first couple days doing work. I did go out fishing with my buddy Steve Lockwood. I got skunked. Unfortunately, the timing of this trip is like next week is going to be like hammer time for the salmon run. So timing was a little shitty, but always great to
little early.
Yeah, a little early. They're just not quite doing their thing yet. but it's always great to see Steve and Beth. Great host. Always have a great time. The weather was a little weird. It actually barely rained, but it was threatening to rain the whole time I was there. So it fucked all my plans up. Like I was going to golf, I was going to fish, we were going to have a picnic outside. We had to reschedule. And then I booked a later flight home on yesterday, because I was going to either fish or golf, but I had to cancel all that stuff. So I spent the entire day. I got to sleep in actually, so that was pretty cool. Slept in, and I basically was homeless for like 7 hours yesterday. So I decided, I'm like, well, let's go see what Portland has to offer.
Oh boy, not much.
Oh my God!
Actually, it probably has a lot to offer, just not stuff you want.
Not good stuff, right?
Guys, I don't. This isn't a badge or anything, right? But I'm not really from the greatest area, right? Like it's a little rough where I grew up, and this place, my stomach turned just like I was going back. Like it was just dope fiend central. I mean, maybe I'm sure there's beautiful parts of Portland. If you're from the Portland area, I'm not saying your whole city's trash, but predominantly most of it was, from what I saw. It was sad. You know, from somebody that's in recovery for as long as I've been, to see the disease of addiction actively whooping people's ass in the manner and the magnitude in which I saw was kind of heartbreaking. But it makes me grateful that that's not my life today. So it was interesting. It was not fun. It was pretty boring, and I am very happy to be home to get through this. And then on top of that, guys, I had this dream last night that Coy, you're in my dream, dude.
Oh hell yeah, I made it. I've made it.
So you know you made it.
And it's probably a nightmare for you because we were.
Whoa! What kind of dream? Oh shit!
We had clothes on. We were like doing sports.
No,
and stuff.
Yeah. Don't say it wasn't so. No.
But I had that. I woke up all like panicky, like because I missed our time right now to record the podcast. I was like, Matt's probably just sitting there waiting for us right now, dude. We completely faked.
And you and I are drunk on a golf course somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get to drink in my dreams. It's great.
Right, exactly. Benefit of dreaming.
Yeah. Dream time apologies for Matt, but yeah. It was weird. I woke up like, oh shit, like. But so pretty uneventful week for me, and and Dennis is out playing around with Juicy Lucy's in Minnesota somewhere. And guys,
I better find me a Juicy Lucy when I go up there for the show.
Have you had one?
No.
Oh,
I've
never had Juicy Lucy.
There's a bar in my town, bar/restaurant that serves a Juicy Lucy. They're amazing. I heard you on the podcast last week talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what that is. They're phenomenal. He's gonna love it.
So basically, there's like cheese baked in the burger, right?
Inside, yeah. And sometimes it's a big old puck of cheese, and then sometimes it's just like cheese niblets that are cooked into the burger. But most of the time, it's a big old wedge of cheese in the center.
Yeah, we actually do have a restaurant just about 30 minutes away that serves burgers like that. So yeah, I guess I have had a Juicy Lucy in my face.
Yes.
They sometimes don't call it Juicy Lucy because you're right, Matt. There are burgers that they do that whole puck in the middle of the burger and they don't call it a Juicy Lucy. So that's true.
Well, this place is called Lucy's Number 7, so I should have probably picked up on that fact.
Yeah. Yes. I've had a Juicy Lucy in my face.
I'm really just here to derail the conversations.
Yes.
So.
Perfect.
Hang on.
This is fantastic. Oh, man. Yeah. But so I challenged him to actually be descriptive when he says something that's not Damascus. So I'm really interested to see what he comes back with, because I'm pretty sure it's going to sound like, I had a burger. There was cheese in the middle. It was fantastic. Canada.
He can't say
that gay robot.
Yeah. Oh man, if he takes time from his breaking away from his Canadian dating site, that video mobile phone game he's playing now.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Did he end up taking Parker with him? Because it sounded like he might. Okay.
Yeah, he did. That was the plan. I actually have not spoke to him because I left a day before he did. So, but that was the plan. So cool. I guess he had some adult supervision. That's cool.
Yeah, he's good. Parker will look after him.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah. So Matt, I'm curious, and I'm sure the 4 other people here that listen to this podcast are as well. You know, tell us about all the cool shit that's happening since. I know it's not since Blade Show, but there's been some really cool stuff happening. I saw pictures of you or a video of you like building a I want to say a grinding room because I'm a part-time knife maker, but yeah, you know, putting walls up and ceiling joists and stuff like that. But yeah, tell us what's going on and then set everybody straight with my horrible transition to your rebranding. So.
Yeah, there's lots to talk about there. I'll try and keep it kind of short. But yeah, since Blade Show, it's been a massive success. Added on 3 wholesalers, so I've been cranking out those orders, finally getting them shipped out, and finally decided it was time to take the plunge to move to a new shop and kind of go through a little bit of rebranding to kind of push more into the grip tech side of things. And I've been working on a trademark for grip tech for a little over a year. And ultimately it boiled down to there's a really cheap knife company. Hopefully I don't get sued for slander. The 4 people listening probably don't
Nobody
care.
Listens. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's perfect. My secret's safe here.
2 of them are here. So
yeah. So basically, there's a cheap knife company that has like an injection molded plastic handle, and they call it Grip Tex. I guess the whole thing with trademarks is like it can't be so close that it confuses a consumer, and apparently consumers are retarded. So
very much so.
On here, right? Okay.
I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
not like
so they basically
customers
said,
listen.
Like, yeah,
right.
Don't worry.
So basically, they're like, oh, that one letter being different, and the dash, and like the whole different product being like totally different. You can't really do that. I could have appealed it and probably spent like $100,000 and might have won, but I might have lost too. It was about a 50-50 chance, and so I decided to kind of rebrand, and I could make the business name Grip Tech Composites so I could keep the Grip Tech flow, keep that familiarity. And so then I chose Grip X to rename the product to, just because it sounded good enough. I mean, it's no science behind it. I had like 20 different names. I'm like, this one sounds the most, I don't know, usable, I guess. So we went with that, and so yeah, we're in the trademark process for that, and but yeah, decided that I was busy enough that it was time to get a shop, and we moved in on August 1st. Moved all the big stuff over. I'm still kind of split between my basement and the shop as I build stuff out, but yeah, I am building a grinding room, or a dirty room, technically speaking.
Gotcha.
Real quick, Matt, let me pause you before we get off the whole name thing. Just to be clear for the listeners and everybody, the name of the product is now Grip X, correct?
That's correct, yeah. So
and the company name
Tech
is
anymore,
what?
It's Grip X. And the company name went from Rock Solid Scales to Grip Tech Composites. I still keep Rock Solid Scales for like my stabilized wood and stuff when I have time to bring that back online a little more. So there'll kind of be 2 sections of the business that I can keep a little bit more separate. Because I'm doing, as time goes on, I'm doing more and more wholesale and commercial sales with the Grip Tech Composites, and I'll separate that a little more from the hobby side of things, which is just the wood.
Okay, gotcha. So Grip X, I'm following.
Grip X, yeah, same stuff, different name. You know, legalities,
and we have,
I guess.
Cool. And we have a newer version of Grip X
so
as well.
started doing the 3D Grip X. So it's a resin 3D print, and then I pour the Grip X inside it and then slice it into scales. So that stuff was really popular at Blade Show. I use the resin 3D printer because the resin in the Grip X actually bonds to it, so it's actually a really strong product, just as strong as the regular Grip X in my testing. So yeah, that stuff's the newest and hottest.
And that's the one that we can finish up to higher grits.
Oh,
correct?
no, yeah, you're right. I have another one too. Good
Oh,
Lord.
weird. Look at you.
So that's the Limitless Edition. So Limitless Edition, I took the same colors of the normal Grip X, but I changed out the black rubber for colored rubber. So I have white rubber, red rubber, and blue rubber right now, but I have the option of like 17 different colors of rubber. But that's a different style of rubber, or a different, I don't know, chemical compound, I suppose. So it actually sands smoother than the previous stuff I was using, but it gives like 95% of the grip of the original Grip X. A little bit
Nice.
premium of a price because of the price of the rubber, and there's some labor involved in that for patent purposes I probably can't get into yet.
Gotcha.
Which kind of sucks.
Are the rubbers ribbed for her pleasure or just regular?
It depends how you finish it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I prefer it. Yeah, just leave it ribbed. Yeah.
Leave it ribbed.
Yeah. Good deal.
Okay, so new shop.
New shop, yeah. So
sorry, I completely derailed it. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, I just can't. I'm concerned you didn't. The his version isn't there either. Okay.
Oh God.
There's my participation.
I can't wait for Denis to listen to this. So yeah, the new facility. We moved in on August 1st. It's a 2,400 square foot. It's got like probably a 500 or 600 square foot office, which is perfect. Keep our inventory, do all our shipping, all that stuff. Lock the kids in the closet while we're there.
Amen.
Yes.
They have a TV. It's fine. And yeah, so probably it's about 1,800 square foot of workspace. Got a nice big garage door so I can move bigger stuff in when the time comes. But yeah, we're excited to get everything moved over there, get production started over there, and kind of figure out what our workflow is going to look like. It's kind of been a hot mess the last couple weeks since we started moving over there. So I'm still split, like I said.
You're coming from a basement. How big of a basement are you coming from?
My casting room was like 10 by 12, and then I had a room that I built out in my garage that was 6 by 12, and that was my cutting and grinding room. And then where I had my 3D printers was a little bit bigger. That was probably a 12 by 20 room. So whatever that adds up to. I would guess probably 600 or 700 square foot.
You were pretty spread out too, though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's different rooms. Yeah, so it's a big move to a space where you've got everything kind of all together. And I know you kind of grew the business with inside the basement, and I've grown a business with inside of a space before. And it's one thing where as you grow, just stuff kind of ends up in one spot. It's like, well, that's where 3D printing ended up or whatever. But then when you go to a new space and you're like, all right, we know what we're doing. We have our processes, but now we're going to start from scratch on where everything's set up.
Yeah.
Where the process is. I love that so much.
Yeah. The clean slate is really really nice, big improvement because, gosh, I'm so ready to not go upstairs 600 times a day.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I guess. And then for me, it gives me like an incredible amount of anxiety trying to come up with a new process to create a flow. I mean, ultimately that's what you guys are trying to do, right? You're working on production now, basically trying to get a like almost an assembly line type thing going, but just to create a nice, easy flow for you to, for some ease of finishing of work, which I know nothing about, but so I listen to you guys and take notes here. But that's cool.
So yeah,
it's probably an adaptation of your already existing process, I would assume.
Yeah,
you're just adapting it to the new space and the new setup.
Exactly. Yeah, I actually sat down on CAD and kind of sat there and drew out a bunch of stuff and was like, all right, I'll walk myself through the process from top to bottom. And it's like, okay, I need my resin here. I need my molds here. I need my workspace here. I need my finishing space to look like this. And I want it to be as close together as I possibly can. And then it's like, okay, can I mirror that on the other side of the room for when it's time to hire somebody? So I'm building everything out so I could have two people working in the same space at the same time. So should be able to have like 4 or 5 people working in this building, which is nice.
Wow.
I don't know that I'm going to need that in that building. I think I'll outgrow it before I get to that point, but it's nice because then, if I have an influx of orders, I have a couple people that'll come help me part-time. Like my dad will come cut stuff, and, got some buddies that'll come over and do some stuff too. So it's nice because if I have a big influx, then I can flow people in and get them kind of trained up on a few things, and then I'm only employing a part-timer,
So are you looking for an actual hire yet, or?
No, not yet. I'm still working actually full-time, contrary to Jerid's belief.
So I'm just going to say, can you clear that up? But
I'm still doing the full-time nurse practitioner gig, but I'm grateful and lucky to have a really flexible gig. So I actually work 2 days one week and then 3 days the next week. So 5 days a pay period, and then pretty much 5 or 6 days with Grip Tech. So I think as time goes on and I need to cut back at the day job a little bit, I still have a lot of flexibility to be able to do that. So I'll probably cut back a little more before I end up hiring somebody.
Gotcha.
I just want to clear up. I'm just excited for you to have so much business opportunity and growth that you can, set that Peroni investigator rule down for good, Speaking of Peroni, though, and we were talking about hammers and stuff, and I completely missed a great lead into one of our other sponsors, the great Frank over at Two Basterds Hammer. Because if you're in the need for a new hammer, go check out Frank and Nita at Two Basterds Smithy and Supply. They have the Fat Peen lineup for all your needs. And again, Matt, that was a good one. The Peroni, the curvy peens here, the fat peen, the cross, the straight, the diagonal. They got everything that you need for all of your hammering pleasure. Denis and I's go-to hammer. So make sure you go check them out. What's that?
Do they have a ribbed peen?
Yeah, obviously the handles is ribbed for.
That's how you make ladder Damascus. You got the ribbed peen.
There you go.
There we go.
That took you a minute, Jerid.
It did. I was right in the middle of trying to wrap that up, but good deal. That's what you guys are here for, so I love it.
We're here to derail it all, because ain't it grand to have a fat peen in your hand, baby?
There's nothing better than hearing somebody else say that, because
can't say I relate.
I think admit is the word. I can't admit, but yeah. So how long have you been? Or when did you start, Matt? I guess that's kind
of. Started stabilizing wood in 2017. So I actually started in 2017. Started making knives. Started thinking I was going to be like the next big knife maker, and that obviously didn't really work out, which is fine. So yeah, I started making knives in 2017, started realizing how expensive handle material was at about the same time. And so I started buying a little bit of wood here and there and bought some stabilizing equipment, and quickly amassed way too much wood, and said I should probably sell some of this off. So I started selling stuff, and I'm like, oh, hey, I can actually sell this stuff. Other people will buy it. And so I did that for a while. And actually, like the end of like 23 into 24, I was ready to just sell everything because wood wasn't selling anymore. And I'm like, I don't really have time for knives at this point in life. And I was like, I've always had this idea of throwing rubber and resin and seeing what happens. And so I poured like a little mold and took it out the bandsaw, cut it. I was like, all right, this is interesting, but nothing crazy. And I was like, well, maybe I need to wash the dust off of it. So I took it into the sink and I washed the dust off of it. And when it got wet, it was crazy grippy. So I called my wife over and I'm like, feel this. And then feel the dry one. And then feel this one again. She's like, holy crap, that's really grippy. Like, that's pretty cool. And I just walked away and I'm like, there might be something to this. So I actually took a few little pieces to our local knife show and just was showing some of my maker buddies, and they're like, yeah, I'd put that on a knife 100% of the time. It's like, all right, well, I'll make some and we'll take it to Blade Show and see what it does. And so Blade Show 24, we had took 180 sets of scales and I sold 166. And
damn.
I was like, oh, okay, there's definitely something there. And so then I kind of was like, all right, we're going to keep chasing this. And I have all sorts of ideas in the head, and like, I'll play with that and play with that and play with that. And that's how the 3D stuff came along. That's how the colored rubber came along. And yeah, so it's just gone from there. And I don't even know how much we took this year. It took way too freaking much, is because I brought way too much home. But had an absolute banger of a year. So I'm really excited to see how the next year goes. And
your blade show table was stacked to the T's. I mean, like you walk by and it was like
yeah.
a whole wall of grip tech.
Yeah, and I had 6 cubic foot boxes underneath the table still too. So I brought 10 cubic foot boxes, and we went back home with like 6.5 cubic feet of material still. So I'm like, all right, I know what I need to bring next year, about half of that. But I'm hoping I'll have a booth next year, and we'll probably take about the same. And
I was about to ask, when's Grip Tech going to a booth? Sounds like you need a space.
Hopefully next year. Actually, no, I didn't go for the booth. I went for 2 tables. That's right. So I decided 2 tables was a little easier to manage for me at this point. So yeah, I might go to a booth eventually, but I kind of wanted to try and stay in the same place and try and get the end table and my table, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
The whole booth is a little bit of a racket unless you get a double booth, because a single booth is the same size as a regular table, except you have more space behind you to sit.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And they don't provide anything. It's literally just a carpeted box. There's nothing in it. No tables, no chairs, no nothing. So
I kind of got to crunching like that square footage and like, okay, let's look at a floor plan. I'm like, I think it works better for a table because I can still use my same banner pulls, and I can keep pretty much everything the same. All I have to do is buy another display shelf and another tablecloth, and so I think that's going to work out probably for the next little while, and we'll see where it goes. But
cool. Do you know? Awesome. Do you have your stuff for next year already? Do you know where you're going to be at?
No, I don't. Because I'm adding a table, they can't guarantee me the same place. I was trying to stay basically in the same place. I kind of like the baller room. It seems to have really good foot traffic for me. I was like 2 or 3 guys deep all weekend, which that's a lot for me.
That whole room really was. I don't know why, but this year the ballroom was like the place to be. Like all the cool cats were over there.
I agree.
I mean, it was. I'd walk over to the big room and I'd come back and like I'm getting all these alerts for sales because my wife's at the table, and I'm just like, holy shit, I just need to leave the table because you're selling everything. And I'd come back, there's literally like a line, and I'm like, holy shit. It's really just mind-boggling to me. Like it's still imposter syndrome going on over here. So. But it's exciting. I'm excited to kind of spread out a little bit more next year too, because it was like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag this year on the table. But should be exciting. Should be good.
Right on. Right on.
That is an incredible story. What a ride, right? From about to cash it all in to, hey, let me try this, and stumble upon some great innovation that has caught fire, and now I'm setting you off into some amazing new territory, man. It's an inspiring story, man. It's been a pleasure to watch.
I appreciate it.
And despite what Coy says, dude, I think you're an awesome dude and deserving of all of that.
Hey, I gave him a glowing review, and you asked me if you should ask him on the show.
You did. I was more concerned with because we had a great talk at at Neil's house, and I was like, okay, dude's cool. Dude's a cool guy. I just didn't know if you guys knew each other. So, but I should have known better. Everybody knows and loves Coy. So
I've actually known Matt for quite a while before Grip Tech.
Oh
yeah, we met in a group, an Instagram group that was started by Sharky.
Yeah.
Flying Shark Knives. Yeah, that's how we met, and then we didn't talk for a while.
2018.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Wow.
I've known him longer than I've known you, Jerid.
Then Coy got famous, and I wasn't cool enough for him. So
yeah, tell me about it. Yeah,
not famous. Not famous. That's so not true.
I'm letting that silence just sit because everybody's going bullshit, bullshit.
Well, I just choked on my own spit laughing, so no big deal.
Exactly.
Oh,
and nobody
my God.
knows Morocco either. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Well, I had a really shit week. I'm going to bring the podcast down for a little bit just because I had a terrible week with power companies. Can anybody relate? Raise your hand. Goodness.
And this segment we're going to call the Denis segment. So go on ahead.
Oh no! Don't put that on me. Come on now. All right. So, Denis segment brought to you by Baker Forge and Tool, makers of the.
I had a horrible week. It was.
I was trying to drink there, Coy.
Oh man!
Try me,
all right.
Dick.
It is a shame that you don't have access to that board, Jerid. That's your board.
Yeah.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Yep.
All right.
Did you hear it, Denis? Did you hear it? All right. So we've been setting up this stainless production line. Everybody knows. Everybody's been waiting for it. It's been taking forever. Yeah. So lots of hiccups. This week was the power company. So a little backstory. The new production line, of course, needs more power to run all the machines. Our current 3-phase panel didn't have quite enough room in it for all of the breakers that were necessary to put all these machines on. So I've been talking to my electricians, commercial electricians who've done all of our electrical work over the last couple of years. Love these guys. Talked to them 2 months ago about getting this all lined up. They started running conduit, putting in disconnects, all of that. Well, he told me, hey, you're going to need a new 3-phase panel. No problem. He got everything on order. And he 2 weeks ago said, hey, I just called Blue Ridge Energy, which is our power company, and said, just to tell them, hey, we're putting another line in. Need you to bring another line from the transformers up on the pole to give us power. And the power companies told him, can't do that. You're at max capacity on those transformers as it is with that building.
Oh, you're from the supply. You're maxed out from the source.
From the transformers. So the transformers on our poles have a certain amount of amperage volume that they can move from the supply of the city or town or whatever. And so apparently those transformers were already maxed out with what we were drawing from them.
Ooh.
And so he said, the power company said, you need to upgrade your transformers to larger volume transformers in order to do anything else, any other growth of any power whatsoever. And so we're dead in the water until you write Blue Ridge Energy a check for $30,000, and they won't lift a finger until that happens. And this is, months into the stainless production line already. We just randomly found this out when he called them to ask, hey, we need to get this scheduled to hook the line up to the pole. And they told him, no, you got to upgrade your transformers. So fun. Went down to Blue Ridge, double checked. Sure enough, that's the case. Wrote him a check because that's what we had to do. And they said, all right, we'll be able to get to you in about 2 weeks. And I said, all right, sooner the better, because I'm waiting on this, and I got a lot riding on this. So let's as soon as you can. But stipulation, you need to call me to schedule this, because part of what they have to do is they have to cut all of our 480 3-phase power while they do the switchover and hang the new transformers, which means all of my big machines will go down while they do this. So I said, I need heads up, and you need to schedule this with me so that I can schedule it with our production team. So it took them forever to actually show up. Kept calling. Yeah, we're busy. We'll get to it in a minute or a couple of days. Back and forth. Anyway, last week they said Friday we'll be there. 7 a.m. to start. I was like, perfect. Boom. We made the plans, made the schedule. We don't work Friday. The production team, blacksmith team, doesn't work Fridays anyway. We work 4/10, so they get Fridays off. So I was like, that's perfect. You're going to show up on a day we're not using the big machine. So perfect. No shows on Friday, of course. Monday rolls around. No shows. I call him Monday and was like, hey, nobody showed up Friday. I got to schedule this again because it sounds like you're going to show up in the middle of the week. What's it look like? He's like, it's probably going to be Friday again of the following week. Well, here's where it gets interesting. I show up Tuesday morning of this week, and there they are. They showed up at 7 a.m. unannounced, cut the 480 power, and started ripping down transformers and cutting ground to run the new lines to the building. So, unexpectedly, we lost 480 in the middle of the week, and had to send 2 people home first thing because there's a lot we can't do without power. Most things we can't do without power. Oh, but it keeps getting worse.
Oh no.
This is a long story, y'all. Bear with me here. So, I'm happy that they're here. You know, right? It's taken so long to get them there. They're doing the work. Sure, we had to send 2 guys home. That's annoying. Production's a little screwed up, but it's just a day. We'll make it happen. They're here. Thank God. Around 2 p.m. in the afternoon, they come in and said, all right, well, the transformers are up. We turned it on and wrong voltage, and we just fried a bunch of stuff on the outside of your building. Cooked a bunch of complicated things. I didn't ask questions. I was just like, so what does this mean? How much longer are we going to be down for? They're like, well, we can get new transformers and the replacement parts we need here at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll have the power back up by 9 a.m. I was like, okay, thank God. That sounds great. So I scheduled the guys, 9 a.m. We're good to go. We're back up and running. Next day, they're a no-show. They don't show up at 9 a.m. or at 7 a.m. when they're supposed to. 9 a.m. rolls around, and I call them. I'm like, where are you guys? Because I have no power. The wrong transformers are still on the pole. I still have cooked wiring on the outside of my building. And they said, well, we had a company meeting this morning, and they're just now leaving, and they have to go all the way to the other county to go get the new transformers. So they'll be there about noon. So I send 2 more guys home again for the day because we don't have 480 again all day. So they eventually showed back up late that afternoon, got the transformers up, and the power's back on for our normal machines, and we're standing ready for the new production line once those parts show up. So anyway, that's my spiel for the week. I guess I did lots of screaming and cussing. I know I sounded together when I said all that, but it was very obnoxious, trying, problematic week. So anyway.
That is rough. And power companies are just like, I don't know, some of the hardest to deal with.
Yes, and it's like they're almost like they're entitled because they know you have to buy the power from them. Like there's not another option. Fortunately, well, not fortunately, but I am writing up a invoice that I will be walking into Blue Ridge Energy next week and sitting down with whoever's in charge of the office area there, and I will be handing them an invoice for loss of production time and work for their negligence, because I was very clear with them about needing to be scheduled due to production times and not being told when the power is going to be down and being keyed into all of that. And then there are issues with the transformers they put up that were wrong were the wrong voltage. They literally just put up the wrong voltage transformers without even paying attention.
Yeah, that's total incompetence. That's incredible.
Very much incompetent. And so they're gonna get a bill, and we'll settle, I'm sure. But I'm gonna get some of that money back because I lost 2 days. So
yeah,
over like a 5-day ordeal of them not showing up as well. Like.
Yeah, well, they said they get to it in 2 weeks, and it was just a matter of trying to nail them down and just drug out. And we were doing some underground work for a school, and I was like, I don't care. Kids can go to school in the dark. Come on.
Yeah. Reading, that's just overrated. Get out of here.
Read.
They can read in the dark. They got iPhones. Anyway.
It's sunny out, isn't it?
Yeah, take them outside. God. Anyway. That's my rant. Power company. Freaking bullshit.
So everything's good now, though, right?
Everything's good now. I mean, we had some delays on the 3-phase panel parts for my personal electricians. So our timeline for getting power to the new production line is behind schedule due to 3-phase 480 volt parts apparently in square D have to be custom made. It's incredibly
Obviously.
big panel.
Yeah. No.
I don't know. This is all over my head, but this is what the electricians are telling me, is that they're being custom made in Texas, and the production timeline on those got slowed down somehow. Anyway, we're still waiting for some of the gut parts of that panel. And so we don't have power yet to the production line, but all the tools and everything's there. I'm sure everybody's seen the new power hammer. It's standing up.
Thing's sexy.
Yeah, she's ready to rock and roll, but I have not yet heard her breathe because we don't have power to the air compressor that will run it. So we're on standby.
That's a big air compressor too.
Yeah, 50 horse screw compressor, pushing 250 CFM at 120 PSI. So
wow.
Through 2-inch Schedule 40 pipe. So big
That'll
lines.
Tire up.
Yeah, that'll blow your tire up.
Yeah. Let me just fill my bike tire up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a whole YouTube video coming out on the installation of this hammer. Because, gosh, I started the project of putting this hammer in almost a full year ago at this point.
Oh, wow.
So
that's
we
when you
have
started
footage
digging the hole and for the footings and everything. Yeah, wow.
That's when the hammer showed up and we took measurements and started cutting up the floor. It was almost exactly a year ago now. So
wow.
It's been a long process. That video is going to be called the $100,000 hammer because I have officially crossed the 6-figure mark into that hammer expense-wise. So that is our nickname for it.
So when are we gonna have stainless, dude? Like, great story, but like we really all, everybody wants to know. Like,
Jerid, hey Jerid, don't you have some stainless that you haven't used yet?
I do, but
don't be greedy.
I'm worried about the people that don't have the access to koi.
Oh, man of the people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So current timeline is first week of September, so not far off. A couple of weeks here in August.
We're almost here. Hold your breath. It's coming.
As long as, and I've been saying a couple of weeks to a month for the last 4 months. But every time I say that, something comes up and delays us 3 weeks. Yeah. I mean, it's just never ending. Power company is only one factor in that,
Right.
So,
but I
Hurricane Helene flooded the hole, flooded our foundation, so that was a major setback.
Yeah,
but
I think we're at the finish line here, though. I mean, it is it's more present than it has been. So I think we're all excited about this. Kind of what I'm trying to get at. The little ball busting, But
I'm waiting for a shop visit after it's all running. So
yes, because the cool machines will be up and running,
and your stress level will be.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just wanted to not see the shop in the dark. No.
Well, really, I wanted to see what kind of work that hammer does on a finger. So
there you go.
As long as it ain't my finger.
Yeah. I'll bring a fake finger.
A hot dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Fake finger?
Actually had a.
Just get an Amazon delivery of a fake finger?
No, I actually had a anatomically correct arm from my first job as a nurse practitioner in orthopedics. So yeah,
bring it. Let's do it. That'll make a hell of a reel.
There's a skeleton arm, but
I was gonna say they call that the stranger in some
and all the ligaments and everything. It was kind of bony.
Some people got to sit on the real one. This guy's got one in the drawer.
Perks. There's perks to being in healthcare, man.
That's awesome.
God.
Well derailed.
That was pretty good. Yeah. So Corey, tell us what we got coming to are we drops coming? No delays on that. What do we got coming up this week?
No delays on that. Oh, what's coming up this week? Actually, let me pull up the schedule because I don't know off the top of my head. They just tell me, hey, you need to film this. We're dropping this now. So this week's drop is Copper Mine Nickel Shimmed in ladder and ripple. So this is that classic copper my clad steel with a really thick band of nickel shim right in the middle, with a ADC RV2 core in ladder and ripple.
Very
That's
nice.
this week's drop. Make sure you download the app, which thank you, Jerid, for pushing the app. You've been a very diligent host when it comes to reading the ad on
one
that
of your sponsors stuff, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. But I say that because over 60% of all of our buyers buy off the app. So we lost Jerid.
Jesus, yeah, I have no response.
love you, Jerid.
Like I cannot. I have nothing to say except
that's all right. I laugh about it every time you mess it up, and I thought about not correcting you just to see how long it would go.
It would have went forever.
That's why you're here, Matt. He's literally needed somebody to set him straight for the record.
It'll be wrong next week. It'll be all right.
That was classic. That was good.
Denis will mix it up next week because he doesn't know.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to listen.
Yeah, or he'll be like, I don't know why is he changing it anyways.
Because I really don't want to violate a trademark. Thank you. Yeah. I didn't want to change it.
Yeah, necessary evil, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So what gator piss do you use to etch that?
Ooh, good call. For this would be the Gator Piss Heavy. Yeah, Gator Piss Heavy for the copper mine nickel shim, because there's no 15 and 20 or Damascus in it. So the heavy will blacken everything else and leave your copper and nickel shining bright, baby.
Yeah, like a diamond. Oh, sorry.
Like a diamond.
That's Rihanna, guys. In case you wondering, I just made Koi sing a Rihanna song. This is great.
Hey, I've done worse. It's all good.
Song.
There we go.
Not quite my style.
Matt's denying it. He's denying it.
Nope.
Faker.
My playlist is absolutely disappointing to the entire world. There is so much inappropriate and not approved by this community for sure. We'll go from Korn to Rihanna very quickly.
We love you anyway, Jerid.
Sorry, you got to balance the knife making music with the golf music. So
yes,
we understand.
Yeah, I get it. Is Gator Piss or Gator Skin still up and rolling back in stock, or did that?
It is. So we launched it at Blade Show, sold a crap load of it, but we had held like 100 and some units back to sell when we got back from Blade Show. But then they immediately sold out, and then we were out for a little while because our boxes. Excuse me. For any of you who have bought Gator Skin, it comes in a really nice magnetic flip lid box. Very proud of that packaging. We worked really hard on that packaging, and it's perfect for a nice elite product like this. But unfortunately, it takes forever to get more shipments of it, and it just took off faster than we anticipated. And so we got caught behind the curveball on waiting for more packaging for the Gator Skin, which is why it took like 3 or 4 weeks after Blade Show to come back into stock. But we bought plenty of it, so we're fully stocked up now and will be for quite a while.
Nice. Those boxes are legit too.
Yeah, that's really fancy.
Test some on GripX and see what that does.
Like putting GripX as the box or in the box?
No. Putting Gator Skin on GripX.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the box. Okay, all right, I'm tracking. All right. Gator Skin. I imagine just you should absorb into it.
I thought you were having some box envy, but no, you're. Well,
you're but I'm not raising the price of GripX enough to pay for that box, so sorry.
That's great.
Yeah. It's actually, those boxes are kind of impressively affordable when you got to buy a lot of them.
Yeah.
In volume though, but they're really not that bad. Because originally I kind of tossed that idea out. I was like, a magnetic box, that's got to be way too expensive. That'll blow my margins. There's no way.
Yeah.
I really started digging into it, and it's really not that bad. So, and it's classy. Oh, it's so classy.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the problem. I'll get all those boxes, and then I'll have to change my name again, just to confuse Jerid. So I can't really spring into that.
If you change your name again, Jerid will never recover.
I'll melt. That'll be it. Yeah. I'll need to douse myself in gator skin just to preserve the.
Here's to hoping I don't have to do that again.
Yeah,
because that process sucks. But the whole really expensive trademark search came back all clear. So fingers crossed. It's not 100%.
Oh, you did a legit search.
Oh yeah, the first time I tried it, I just was like, oh, I could do this by myself. It's no big deal. Filled out the application, sent it in, and then they're like, oh, here's an office action, and I'm like, what's that mean? Like, oh, I'm way in over my head. So then I had to get the attorneys involved.
Call the lawyer. Yep.
I was like, oh shit, that's not as easy as I thought.
No.
Did they reach out to you, or did you just kind of stumble upon it? You got like a cease and desist?
So I didn't get a cease and desist, but that was one of the things that could have happened if I kept using the name. It didn't happen. I think some people have a misconception that it did actually happen. But what happened is, so when you send in an application to the trademark office, the government takes their sweet time, and then all of a sudden you get a letter and it's like, oh, you can't use that because of this reason. And so they said, oh, there's already a trademark way too close to that in the same realm. And you can go back and forth and argue with them multiple times, but you have to word it in attorney speak, and I don't word anything in attorney speak. So once I wasn't even sure like what they were really telling me, except for like, hey, you really shouldn't be using that, or it's not trademarkable. And I could have it's possible I could have used it forever without any problem, but I couldn't get it trademarked. And I thought it was a unique enough product that I needed to get it patented and trademarked. So, and there's a whole lot of marketing that goes into all of that as well. So I was like, well, I think it worked in my favor in the long run, because say I get 5 years down the line and I get big enough that this other company is like, oh, like, what's this stuff? And then I get a cease and desist, and then I have 5 years of business and 5 years of manufacturers using it, and like everyone has to change everything. So like I already had to tell all my wholesalers like, hey, you got to change the name. Like, I'm sorry, this really sucks. I've done my due diligence this time, and like this should be the name that I stick with forever. But I couldn't see me going and talking to a huge knife manufacturer and being like, hey, all those thousands of knives you made this month with that material on it and everything you've made before, you have to change that, and then you have to call all of your dealers and they have to change that. And so I was like, well, I need to bite the bullet right now, cut my losses, change the name, make sure I have something that's actually it's 99.9% trademarkable. There's always that 0.1% that the government's going to be like, we don't really like you, so you can't use that either. It's probably not going to happen, but there's still a chance.
Way better idea to do it now. I mean, You're right. Before Grip Tech is a $200 million company, you got to do it. So
right, yeah. I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, I know it's the right decision. It's not the one I want, but it's the right decision. So
yeah.
But speaking of Grip X, you know who carries Grip X?
Maritime Knife Supply.
Bingo.
What?
Yeah.
That is amazing. Because if you're looking for any knife making supplies of any kind, you should go check out Maritime Knife Supply. Lawrence Lake will hook you up. One of the awesome things about Lawrence is he's the mayor of our community for sure. If you walk around to any show with him, you'll quickly realize that he knows more people than you can even like fathom, right? Everybody loves the mayor, Lawrence Lake. But he's got all the stuff you need: abrasives, handle material, Grip X. I said it right. Grip X.
I am so proud of you right now.
Thank you so much. He's got Baker Forge and Tool, Gator Piss. He's got everything you need. And fill up the cart and tell them the boys at Triple T sent you.
He's got steel too from us, I think. Still, he got some a while back. A whole bunch of Lawrence likes to buy all the weird and odd sizes in a bunch of different steel varieties, and then put them all up on his site. I don't know if there's still any up there,
Yeah, there's a handful. I'm looking at it right now. So he's got some Firestorm Ripple, some AEBL Core Copper My. Yeah, quite a lot.
Oh, the ABL Copper Mine. We discontinued that. Rare alert. Go grab that and put in the triple.
There's
T
one bar
discount code.
left. So
somebody go snag it.
Yeah, for sure. Get on it. Do it. That's our order. Do it. It works, guys.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
For sure. Koi, when you guys are making all of that awesome pattern welded steel, you're cutting, you're chopping, you're hammering, doing what do you guys use to grind all those billets up?
We use a handful of things, but for all of our hand grinding, we use AmeriBraid grinders.
Ooh.
And have since the get-go. I bought my first AmeriBraid in my garage in 2018, 2017, 2018, somewhere in there. I bought the old school pipe tube frame one that they made. They discontinued that. Then I don't think they sell it anymore. But I bought an AmeriBraid back then and freaking loved it. And when we, built the shop out and expanded, we put in a whole lineup of AmeriBraid grinders because I love Eric and Kevin. Those guys are the best. The grinders are top notch. They take care of their customers.
Absolutely.
Not that I've actually ever had to call with any sort of issue because I don't think I've ever had a grinder go down. Like those things are workhorses. So if anybody out there is looking for a good grinder, AmeriBraid is the way to go. And didn't Mr. Old Tyrell just get a AmeriBraid? Didn't he just jump train here?
Yes, he did. He's got the fastback 2x72 and all the bells and whistles and attachments and everything, and he's been putting that thing to its paces for a couple months now. So, and then I have the hyperdisc as well, the multi useful attachment heavy disc grinding machine, the quick attachments disconnect for grinding. I mean, they're just endlessly inventive with the products they have. My favorite story is that when I did put that order in for the hyperdisc, I got a call from Kevin, and I like to say it because it's very humbling. Because you talk about imposters and all that good stuff, but I ordered it as Jerid. Calls me back, and not that he knew anything about me, but it was just simply, hey, this is Kevin from AmeriBraid. Just want to thank you for the order. Let us know if you have any questions, if we can do anything. I was just like, wow, that's next level. You don't get that from every company. So
well, you are a bit of a famous podcaster, so maybe that was it.
This was way before we had 4 listeners, like way before. I mean, we were maybe at 1, maybe 0. Like
that's well on your way.
Yeah,
literally just talking to the wall.
For any knife makers out there who don't have a disc sander, please get one because it's so much better at like finishing up your flat grinds. I mean, because we sell an etchant. Obviously, you need a good finish to do the etching, and it is so much easier to get a good finish on a blade with a grinder like that.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
A disc grinder is necessary, and AmeriBraid makes the best one out there. So
absolutely, and it'll either let you know how good or shitty you are when you come off the grinder.
That's true. It show you immediately where your problems are at.
Ooh, that's pretty
quite
fishy.
honest.
Yeah.
Honest.
So I actually visited AmeriBraid in California in February when I came out there. I was down in San Diego, and they're just outside of San Diego, and got to go out there and hang out with those guys, and amazing dudes, Eric and Kevin. I mean, I got there late, near the end of the day. Traffic was terrible, California. But they showed me around. It was late in the day. All their employees were gone. I felt bad, but they loved having me, and it was a great time. We were out there for very late into the night. So they got a great setup there. It's really cool to go back into a company's back end because you got these companies out there like AmeriBraid who you see all their products and everything on their socials, but you don't really get to see a lot about the inside of the business, like behind the doors in the manufacturing, what that looks like. And so it was really cool to walk in there and see just how all those parts are made and their massive stock of back end inventory for, I mean, even just the hardware, the screws, the bolts, the nuts, all the aluminum stock for all the wheels. I don't know. I just eat that stuff up, and it was really cool to see their operation. So
that is awesome to see, because the shit just doesn't happen. there's a whole process.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, Coy.
Yeah.
Tell me something bad about Denis.
Oh, okay. So let's see. We covered gay. We covered Canada. Let's see what else. Did we talk about the whole going to Disneyland as an adult? That always kind of threw me off.
Yeah, and it's really hard for me to say this because I'm going to pretend like I don't do that myself. But for the sake of this, making fun of him, how lame is that? I mean,
I personally think adults who go to Disneyland as adults have problems. Now, if you're taking kids, I give a little grace. But there are adults out there who visit Disneyland or Disney World, whatever, as adults to enjoy it, and they need to be institutionalized
or stay in on the property and don't come out.
I'm kind of surprised they gave him citizenship after. He must not have put that on the application.
Surely didn't.
They should.
There's got to be. Yeah, there's got to be a Disney box.
Yeah, a Disney box.
How many times have you been, and how old were you when you went?
And how many kids were with you voluntarily?
Yes.
Yeah,
voluntarily. That voluntarily for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get over that. So sorry, Denis, but it is what it is. You also left poor Jerid here to do all this by himself. So nice friend.
Yeah, what a dick.
I don't feel like Jerid had adequate training for this.
No, Jerid is always unprepared for everything he does.
I didn't say preparation, I said training.
Well,
Jerid, did Denis at least leave you a key to the shop? So, because that's kind of your shop too. I mean, let's be honest.
It's the best thing about knowing him for sure. Yeah.
But did he leave you a key so that you could, get some work done if you wanted?
I don't have a key, but I am better friends with Kim than Denis, so I'm good. I got access.
Oh, good.
Denis knows he doesn't need to leave a key because Jerid's not going to do any work. So
yeah, that's true.
He knows better.
I may need to profile something. I mean, yeah, it's not that we don't finish work, Matt. Let's get this straight, okay? That's enough of this whole.
I still need you to submit your Jerid drawer to our competition. See who has more unfinished profiled knife blanks.
Yeah, like apparently I can't.
I mean, in all fairness, mine are all water jet or laser cut, so there wasn't really much work into that. But
yeah, no, it is impressive, and I will do that. That's right.
One of these days, I'm gonna make another knife, but it's not gonna be anytime soon.
Yeah, it might be.
I'll tell you.
Me.
I'll tell you who will win that competition though of Jerided blades. That's Jason Knight. Oh. If you ever walk into his shop, he has so many blades everywhere, piles and boxes and crates that he just forged out, profiled up, and was like, "Oh, that looks amazing." But you know what? It's time to start something else, and starts another one. I mean, he also teaches classes, so he's probably making stuff in the class that he sets aside. But he has an ungodly amount of blades lying around that shop.
We call that weaponized ADD, okay?
Dude, that's great. That's fantastic.
That's perfect.
That is great.
We get a lot done. It's just not the right stuff.
Hey, at some point though, we're gonna have to,
it's gonna come in handy.
Yeah, when these things. I mean, if we ever get them, I mean, they're more finished if we can get them in the oven, right? So, if you get these things heat treated, I suggest you go check out Even Heat Kilns, a family-owned and operated company since 1948, building the highest quality knife heat treat ovens available. They are available through Maritime. You can go check that out. Like, that's one of the things I love about all of our sponsors. You guys are like all ancestral with your product distribution stuff. It's pretty great. But yeah, the Even Heat boys, Spencer, awesome dude. Attends all the shows. If you haven't had an opportunity to go speak with him, you should do that. He'll set you up, answer any questions. Another great customer service based company. Yeah, just a badass kiln that'll get your knives all nice and hard.
I was heat treating a bunch of dies out of an Even Heat on Friday, actually. So one of their big HT2 kilns. It's the really big, wide ones that are really tall but not super deep. It's kind of actually for doing stuff like heat treating dies. But we have one of those, and
that's
love
like
that thing.
That's like famous people's size. That's like Denis's vertical oven. Yeah. So
no.
Tell me you're famous without telling me you're famous, Coy.
Well, shout out to Even Heat. They did do a great job. They rebuilt this one for us because I bought it originally several years ago, and we're notoriously terrible at beating up machines and tooling, and it was shot the hell inside. We had taken so much steel in and out of that we had worn away pretty much all the block in there. And so I contacted them, was like, hey, so I don't really want to buy a brand new kiln, but this one really needs some loving. What do we do? And they said just ship them the old shell, and they relined the whole thing and sent it back to us, and it was beautiful.
New coils and everything?
New coils. I kept the controller on it because the controller was fine. All the solid state relays, all the electrical components on the exterior we kept because those were fine. We just rehooked up to the new body, basically.
Nice.
So, yeah.
You guys
now
use
it's
that
brand new and pristine and clean. The bottom's flat.
Yeah. That's helpful. You guys use that for annealing billets then, or
just custom projects? It's not big enough to do any of our bulk volume stuff. But when we're heat treating dies or different weird parts, or sometimes they'll forge a little small test billet out of it if they're just need to forge something out to test it, and it needs to be at a certain temp that doesn't match the temp that the big furnaces are at. They'll do it in that because they can just set whatever temperature they want. So, nice. But it's not really big enough to do any of the main annealing in. So,
that makes sense. You guys move a lot more steel than that.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So, Jerid, when you used Grip X, what did you finish your handles with?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because before I get that, I wanted to say that if you're looking for some awesome handle material, you should go check out Grip Tech Composites. They're the makers of Grip X, a rubber composite grippy gripperson handle material. They have several lines available for your use. They got the standard Grip X 3D, the limitless version, and you can load up your cart and use the discount code TT10 for 10% off your purchase. You could do that at Baker Forge and Tool as well. And if you're looking to go find them on Instagram, they are now on Grip Tech Official as well. But once you're got that fancy Grip Tech on your handle material, you should go check out Pelican Paste. Travis Haynes at Pelican Paste has all your premium wax needs: hard wax, soft wax, Pelican oil, hand solve, soap, the new butternut cast iron pan seasoning. He'll take care of it all for you. Discount code TT10 once you load up all of that material in the cart. I said this last week, but I thought it was really cool. I'm going to shout it out again. Travis also does the small little tins that you can include in all of your orders. He will custom etch your logo on there or not. If you have laser abilities, he'll still get you the tins and you can do all that yourself, but he will put the care instructions on the bottom of the tin for you. So
Travis is such a good dude.
He really is.
I love talking with him at Blade Show.
Yeah,
such a good dude.
Man, it was a really awesome experience to walk into. I mean, going to have Matt and Travis there, just both killing it in the baller room. That's kind of where you catch the vibe of how different that the atmosphere was in there. But yeah, just fantastic people. So yeah, that officially pays the bills here.
I was about to ask, that's the wrap on the sponsors, isn't it?
Yeah, that is it.
Right on.
So grateful for you guys. Thank you. So
thank you for having us.
Yeah. Well, on this show, we do a segment called a Maker Spotlight, where we feature a maker and kind of give them a shout out and share their work, and I'm hoping you guys are prepared and actually have some.
I do not. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I do.
You guys did
of course
a fantastic
I do.
job. To be honest, while I was being serious and accused of kind of locking in, I was looking for a Maker Spotlight because I didn't do it. So,
all right, well, I'll give you a little time.
I'm good. I'm on board now. But all right. Well, so, Coy, who do you got?
Yeah, I got a little story attached to mine. So mine is hypercut_manufacturing on Instagram.
Okay.
That is Dylan Davis. So first off, he's a machinist, and he's also a knife maker. But a little tie-in to the business here. So he does all of our CNC machining work for Baker Forge. So anything we need cut or machined or made that requires a CNC machine, we outsource to him. He's pretty local to us. He's down in Hendersonville, just outside of Asheville. So it's about 2 hours from us. So close enough to drive and go get parts or have him bring parts up. Been working with him for a long time. Amazing machinist. We just had our big die set made by him. So in the stainless production line, we just put in this new 200-ton Franklin press that's going to press all of the pattern into our steels, and we're have the capacity to make really, really wide bars. But up until now, we haven't really had the press that could press the patterns into bars over like 3-4 inches long or wide. So we got the Franklin press, but we needed a die set to go in it. And so we hit up Dylan, and he kind of helped us with the design work on setting up this die set. Now, it's a little hard to explain what a die set is unless you go and look at it. If you go to I know I posted on my personal page. I don't know if it's on the company page.
It's on Hypercut's page.
Yeah,
it's on Hypercut's page.
Post. Yeah. Second post in there.
Yes, it's a giant die set where we can put the die plates in and press any patterns we want. That die set by itself, without the plates in it, weighs just over 500 pounds. It's massive. That press makes it look small because the press is massive, but we have to move that die set around with the forklift. It's huge. And so we called up Dylan. We're like, hey, we need you to tackle something crazy because this is way outside of our capacity to do. It obviously has to be very precision to get the top plate to spring down accurately, and then to be no side shift. He's got to do press fit bearings and press fit rods and all that. So anyway, he's a knife maker as well. He makes amazing folders, lots of CNC work. Great guy. If you need any work done, hit him up. So that's my shout out.
Nice.
So how wide are the dies on that?
On that plate, they're 7 inches wide per plate.
Shit. All right.
So I can.
No, good.
The whole thing is the whole die system is like 28 inches long, so it's very, very long. Again, it's hard to photograph and show any reference for how big it is. We've got a video coming out where he brought them up and we kind of did the assembly on site, and that kind of helps. So we'll have a video coming out on that. But each die plate will be able to press pattern on a bar that is 7 inches wide. So
that's very cool. I'm dying.
The monster can.
The monster can. The special. The great placement. Yeah.
Well, we do some work with Monster, so we had to throw that in there.
Yeah. That's cool. That's awesome. Well, that's a good one. So that's Hypercut_manufacturing. He's got 5,243 followers. And if you guys aren't following him, go give him a follow and tell him the boys at Triple T said what's up. I was not following him, so I just got on board here. So good one. And I'm looking at the folders that I'm seeing on here are amazing.
He does a table at Blade Show normally. I know the last few years he's had a table, and if you ever go over there and pull up his folders and you flick one open, I mean they're glass. He does a great job.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah,
he does a lot of machining work for other knife companies too. I don't know who and all he does it for, but I know he does in-house machining for their stuff as well. So he's well versed in the knife world.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is. What do you got, Matt?
I have my buddy Martin. It's fish_and_knives. I actually met him at our local show. The first year I was there, he was my table neighbor. and we just kind of hit it off. And so yeah, he makes some really, really nice chef's knives, hunting knives, pretty much anything you want. His blades, I always tell people they're kind of a simpler blade, but the geometry is spot on.
Nice.
He actually gifted me one, and I'm like, from looking at the knives, I know that the geometry is spot on, but then you use it, and it's like, holy crap, I haven't actually ever felt a knife that cut this nice. So yeah, he does a lot of work. He uses a lot of grip backs, a lot of my stabilized woods too. But yeah, he has a really nice the geometry, just really good eye to detail. He has a table usually he just started this past year at Blade Show, and I think he'll be going back next year. You can also catch him at the Badger Knife Show in Wisconsin, and then the Twin City Knife Show in the Twin Cities, which is actually coming up in the end of September, I think. So if you're in the Minnesota area, Midwest, you can catch him there and catch me at that show as well.
Yeah,
Did you say?
Good.
Sorry, I was just going to say. Did you say this guy was your neighbor?
Table neighbor at our local show. So no, he's not my neighbor. But gotcha. He's like 3 hours away. He actually came down to help me move shops. So really appreciate him.
Nice.
He's a really stand-up guy, really nice guy, and makes really nice knives too.
Nothing says I'm a better friend than most of your friends, and they come down and help.
Yeah, Jerid, why didn't you come over?
Yeah, I wasn't invited, but whatever. Yeah, no.
I mean, I was there, Jerid. Come on.
I was over at Grip Tech Industries, dude. Sorry, I showed up and nothing was happening.
I was in a different state.
Yeah.
Empty warehouse.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. No, I was looking at the description. You were like, oh, it's kind of a basic knife, and then kind of like, oh, but he's actually a basic knife award winner from that Badger knife thing. But I think one of the best compliments you can have as a maker is, cool and it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, but the functionality and usability is what we're making the tools for, right?
So yeah, that award actually, I don't remember the exact price point, but it has to come in under, I think, $250. That's where they kind of get the basic. And his pricing is just, it's really good. I mean, I've bought my dad and my father-in-law knives from him. We have one in the kitchen. A buddy of mine bought a knife from him. And if you keep an eye on his page, you might get some sneak peeks at some unreleased grip X from time to time, because he's one of my testers. So
nice.
Nice. If he ever wants to throw some copper in his blade, you know where to point him, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, just gonna throw that out there.
Probably should do that. Yeah.
I know it's gonna blow his price point. I know. I hear it.
I mean, he sells some Damascus stuff. It actually, his mono steel knives move so much faster. I think just because of the pricing, but yeah.
He does a lot of fishing too.
He loves fishing and duck hunting.
Mm-hmm. My kind of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The speaking of fishing, I didn't catch anything, but I saw a sturgeon. It has to be a sturgeon because it looked like a fucking dinosaur. Come out on the boat side, probably about 15 feet to the side. It came out. I've never seen the sturgeon, and I actually never went fishing for him either. But this fucking thing came up over the water. And like it was like a fucking movie, slow motion to me, out and over. But it was like, I don't know, fucking 7-8 feet long. Like, I don't know. It was mind blowing. It was probably the coolest thing I have ever seen, like out in the wild like that. And
that's
awesome. Was like him just going like, "Fuck you, you're not catching shit, but here I am." Kind of think it was like the Simpson, the one eye fucking more fish or whatever that thing is.
I have to ask, Jerid. I have to ask. Is a bad day of fishing still better than a good day of golfing?
No. A good day of golfing is
wrong answer.
Better than finishing a knife, even, huh?
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Oh, wrong answer.
Yeah, no, it is. But fishing is, that's one of my other loves and passions. So,
I like catching. I don't like drowning my lures, and I'm a lot better drowning lures than I am catching fish. So
I only brought up that random sturgeon story because I
cool.
see a picture of that pike that he's got, which I've never seen. So, but I heard those are fun to get after too.
They are. The biggest pike I ever caught was like 24 inches, but it's like as thick as my pinky, and it still gave me a fight. And I'm like, this is amazing. We don't get those in Illinois, so.
Jerid, you know why you've never caught a pike? Because you go golfing.
They don't stock the golf ponds with pike.
I don't know. My son fishes every golf course around here and pulls all kinds of big mouth bass out of the lakes too. So, yeah, this is it's a good try, Coy, but I like to do the golf. But anyways, all right. So fish _ knives. Martin has 1,269 followers. I just gave him a follow, so another great shout out. Go tell him what's up. Show him some love. Let's get that follow count up. And then I have which I can't believe I don't have this here, and the damn page just went away. I do this to Dennis all the time. I have our good buddy Donnie.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, Donnie Dulovich. Donnie _ Dulovich. He has 3,518 followers. Donnie is just an awesome dude and an incredible maker. He gets after it all the time. Doesn't even get to do this. It's like a seasonal thing. Like every time I talk to him, he's like, "Oh, I'm working here, doing something." But when he's off and digging in, man, you'll see him bust out a shit ton of work. And just like I said, the creator and owner of the Blade Show pit table out in the parking lot,
the bourbon table.
Yeah, the bourbon table, cigars, just bringing all of us together. But yeah, so I feel like I've been
Donnie's a good dude.
Yeah, I've been doing this spotlight a disservice, having not realized that we didn't shout out our boy here. So yeah, that's Donnie _ Dulovich, and I'm sure you already are, but if you're not, go give him a follow and tell him we said what's up.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I love meeting up with him at the Blade shows. He only started doing that bourbon table. Was that last year he started, or the year before maybe?
Yeah, it's like a couple years now. Yeah.
Because it morphed from literally just him bringing a bottle with a couple of guys and doing it in the pit to being out front with an actual little table. And then it turned into 2 tables last year.
Yep.
I'm not sure if they kicked him out of the pit and made him go outside because he was doing it, but I'm not sure. He's a good dude.
Yeah, they kicked him from like the entry side of that of the parking lot thing to the other side because we were smoking too many cigars, I guess.
Yep, go to the smoking section.
Yeah. But that's turned into a thing and a good time. So yeah, that is that.
Love that guy. Maker Spotlight.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. All good ones. What else we got?
Dennis, Dennis isn't here. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dennis, what's the
what a loser?
Oh yeah, there's not one of those either. Yeah.
Damn. God, letting down his own guys, even on the channel, not even just the podcast.
All those loyal YouTubers, guys.
He couldn't have pre-recorded something for them.
I don't know, man. He's just in all honesty, Dennis. Yeah, no, it's all honest. Yeah, all that.
I was about to say, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't cave.
It's like Jerid's getting all up in his feelings again.
We're towing a line here. We're towing a line, Jerid. Come on.
Yeah, you guys are harsh, man. I miss you, buddy. Man. I'm so sorry you're not here.
Where's the mute button for him? Come on now.
Yeah.
Boring. There it is.
There it is. Oh, that's great.
All right. Well, I mean, we've been going for about an hour and 24 minutes, which is easily done here. I guess, you get anybody have shameless plug time, everybody.
Well, I had a question for Matt.
Yeah, there you go.
Matt, you're deep into the whole setting up the new shop. What have you found to be the hardest part about setting up the new shop, aside from finding time to do it?
Boy, there's just a lot of like decision fatigue. Deciding like, oh, what size of room, where do I put stuff? And it's like all the way down to like cable internet versus like something substantially cheaper. And like the fear of going all out and then failing. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's still a fear. You're looking at the bank account and you're going, okay, I've spent this much already on this shop. I don't know what my electric bill is going to be. I don't know what my gas bill is going to be. Like, and then you're throwing on another couple $100, well, really 100 and some for internet. And, then you're looking at all the other stuff that you need. Like, oh, I need to spend another couple $1,000s on building the room and another room for casting. And so it's just decision fatigue. And honestly, the back and forth, being partially in my basement and partially in the shop. That's been really difficult too. It's like the other day I was like, oh, I need to get some casting done tonight, so I'll take some resin home from the shop and get it done tonight. And I get home and I go, fuck, I forgot the resin. So I'm like, well, I guess after dinner, after the kids go down, I'm going to the shop to get resin so I can cast tomorrow. And that back and forth. So I'm really looking forward to just being completely over there, getting everything set up, and it's all going to work out just fine. It's just a lot of that, like, am I doing the right thing? And like, there's no doubt in my mind that's the right thing until there's doubt. It's like I know that it's right, but then you second guess it, because that's what business is about. Is like just make a decision and you're going with it, and it is what it is, and you make the best of it. So
there's a lot of risk.
Yeah, there is a lot of risk. There is. So I think the back and forth really is probably the hardest part, because I've been going out there like twice a day on my days that I'm not doing the day job, and probably once a day usually when I am doing the day job. And so I
can relate to the back and forth. That is no fun whatsoever, because having multiple stuff, part of your stuff at two locations, and you're right, you get over there and you're like, crap, I forgot this one thing, and now I can't do anything. So now I got to go back. And when we moved to where we're at now, I made that conscious effort to go, hey, we're not going to work in both. We're going to do this hard and fast, cut production, move, start production. And there's a lot of pre-up to do that. But before that, I had done this whole between two shops, and it's so hard to do.
Thankfully, I'm still kind of living off a lot of my leftover Blade Show inventory, so I haven't had to make a whole lot of my own inventory. I'm starting to kind of get low on some things, but I was still doing all the wholesale orders from Blade Show, so I cast. And it didn't start just at Blade Show. It was usually like first 2 weeks of July is when I got all the orders, and so I've cast, I think, about 120 sheets in the last like 3-4 weeks, trying to get all these orders done, and then moving as well. So balancing all that's been fun, but
So what's the time frame look like? When will the move be done, do you think?
I am hoping to finish up the grinding room this week, and then kind of finalize design on the casting room, and then hopefully another week or week and a half from then. So I'm hoping by the end of August.
Cool.
Stainless production line will be there too.
Yeah,
you guys are right on track.
Grip Tech will be moved in, and stainless will be rolling.
That's right.
Perfect. Let's do it.
September is going to be a great month for us. Let's go.
God, I hope so.
I hope so. I'm ready to get rolling on some things too. I've got some stuff that I can't talk about yet, but there is some really exciting shit going on. So once we hit end, I might fill you guys in. But
I was about to say, you can't just taunt us with that now. Poor listeners.
Yeah, sorry, listeners, all 4 of you.
Yep. Okay, gotta go. See ya. Bye.
That's for the after show, where all the people who pay $4,000 a year to this show get to listen, right?
That's right. Which, I was threatening that last week. So
that's I was going to lead into that. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't done anything with it. It's just like a knife. So, but we are doing that. I do have some ideas. I'll run them by you here, guys, because for an after show as well, since we're teasing stuff. Because I think
cool,
kind of on there, not being an interview show, it's kind of one of those things where
sure.
what's the value in that? Or you guys want me to have a new mic? That's great. Thank you. That's it. But
I was really paying for a new host, not a new mic. But
we'll
settle for the mic, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's part of the process, though. We can't get him out of there if
No, I was talking about you.
Oh, God damn! I was trying to help you out here.
I knew that's where Matt was going. I knew it.
Yeah, and that's why I went to Griptech Industries to help that dude move. Because
fair enough.
Yeah. But what I was going to say.
That's why you got arrested for stealing stuff. You're just like, oh, I thought you were moving.
Well, there's that, and there's this, dude. That happens all the time.
It's multifactorial. I got
Yeah. I sound different than I look. So. What I wanted to say was that I'd be remiss to say though, like I always appreciate when somebody shares the I'll call it honesty, but when we're talking about, like, we see a product and we use the product and all that stuff, but when the maker talks about the fear and the insecurity that goes along with like Coy said, the risk. I dig that more than anything, man, because it just humanizes us as people. And like I said, one of my favorite moments, even for somebody as famous as Coy, is the first time he went to his God, that was great. I wish we did a video every now and again, because every now and again I wish I would record the video. That was perfect. The first time he was 2 years ago, first blade show that they were doing, I talked with him, and he, I was, how you doing, man? And he's just like, yeah, I'm scared. Like, and I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, this is ridiculous, right? You're going to kill it. Like, we know it, everyone knows it, but it doesn't matter. So, when Matt's sharing that, there's, is all of this worth it? Man, my hat's off to all you guys that take the risk and go all in, because there's, the reward is always worth it, but it's never going to happen if we don't try. So I'm grateful for both of you guys, at some point, making the decision to do it, and we all appreciate it. So
well, and that decision has to be made all the time, like every day. I mean, Baker Forge still has all the same sorts of fears and risks. I think about it all the time. I go to sleep at night, and it's like, the decisions and problems only get bigger as you grow. They don't go away because you've quote unquote made it.
Right.
They just get harder and larger, and the dollar figure attached to it grows and makes it more scary. So just because somebody is quote unquote gotten to there or made it or is successful or whatever, that does not mean that they don't struggle with the exact same thing. So because they do.
You don't keep pushing, you're not going to stay there. That's for sure. Right.
Yeah.
That's truth. Yeah. I mean, and I'm lucky because I get to have kind of a low risk thing because I keep the day job. So I have the insurance, the salary,
how nice.
It is. It really is. This probably wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for this day job. And like, I just thank God every day, like, wow, life could be a lot different. If I was still working in orthopedics and like, I was on call 24/7, 365. There was no scheduling time out in the shop, 12-hour days, 5 days a week. That sucked.
It really is it's a grace thing, because I mean, I had the same thing with my other company, the painting company, that's led me into the whole Baker Forge thing. I was able to collect a paycheck from a quote unquote day job that I didn't have to be at very often. And that allowed me to work on the side project. So, I can relate there.
Yeah. The same thing allows me not to have to finish a knife. It's fantastic.
And go golfing.
And go golfing. and fishing, not catching. That's all good stuff.
Drowning worms.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Coy, anything cool happening? Where can we find you? Where can we do all that? I think everybody knows anyways. There's only 2 other people listening, but
Baker Forge on Instagram, bakerforge.com on the website. Some of you may have noticed we're no longer Baker Forge and Tool on Instagram.
Yes.
I don't know who and all caught that. That was I don't know how long ago that was, maybe a month or so ago. We actually changed our name because we just needed to shorten it. And Baker Forge was actually open and available, so we snagged it and switched over to just Baker Forge instead of Baker Forge and Tool.
Hey, Jerid, have you been saying Baker Forge or Baker Forge and Tool? I'm just
curious. Go back and forth, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's the truth.
You like Koi better than me. I get it. It's fine.
I've been a sponsor longer.
Fair enough. He charges Baker more, though, he told me.
Oh, I really pennied him down. I really did. I asked for analytics. I wanted to see what the show viewership was. I really hammered the poor guy.
Yeah, he told me 4 listeners. I'm like, I guess I'll contribute to the cause.
Yeah.
So you should be paying people. I mean,
well, yeah. So Baker Forge and Tool is still the official company LLC name, but we go by Baker Forge. So anyway.
I was gonna call this show the sponsorship takeover, but it is officially derailed. Yes. That is what's happening. Anytime someone gets on a roll, there's a big fuck you. Yeah. The company's still Forge and Tool though, right?
Yes, the LLC is. Yeah. Yes, it's all officially the same. We changed our handle on Instagram and I think Facebook too. Because when you start looking at metrics for searchability and stuff like that, Baker Forge is a lot easier than Baker Forge and Tool. And so my marketing guy was like, "Hey, we need to make this change," and I was like, "Why? We're doing great as is." He's like, "No. For these and these reasons, we need to make the change. I already secured the name and all that." And I was like, "All right, fine. Process. Let's go."
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's good.
Anyway.
Yeah, thanks. I just gave Matt another reason to tell me I'm lame. But
that's
okay.
Fine.
Yeah. All right.
You can find grip packs.
Okay, and that's the end of the show. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Matt.
You can find grip packs at getgriptech.com. You can still type in rocksolidscales.com as well. I just have actually a redirect, and there'll be probably a different website eventually. Once everything settles down, we're gonna try and push a little more into the grip tech or grip X side of things. But for right now, it's getgriptech.com or rocksolidscales.com. You can find me on Instagram at griptechofficial. I think Facebook's still Rock Solid Scales because I actually don't know how to change that, and I should look it up one of these days. But yeah, I think I'm on Twitter, but I never post either. So
X.
getting yelled at. All right.
Yeah. Sorry,
Good.
my daughter just gave in.
I was waving. I was being nice. Just saying.
It's hard for me to be like she doesn't know that I'm recording, and then she just offered me half a burrito. So like, we gotta go. No.
You can't see that.
What are we looking at?
What am I supposed to be looking at?
Nothing.
We can't see it on your crappy
Something
phone.
You can't
video.
talk about, but.
Oh, we're not done. Yeah, you hang tight.
This is video for podcasts. So.
There you go. Yeah, this is the Denis distraction. Yeah, that aired segment.
Yeah.
The listeners are like, "Is it still going on?" Yeah.
That awkward silence.
Yeah. Okay.
Jerid, where can people find you? What golf course?
You can find me at all of the local California Bay Area, Northern California golf. I'll give you no, I'm not gonna do that. That's good. Yeah. I am. Yeah. My name is Jerid from Echo Blades. We are missing our co-host Dennis Tyrell from Tyrell Knifeworks. This is the Triple T podcast. And
if it hasn't been obvious enough that we're missing Denis.
Yeah, we're trying
missing the adult.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. But apparently, I mean, the good news is you guys are still awake at the end of this. That's cool. That's a benefit of not having him on. And then yeah. This is good stuff. I love it.
This should have been a video podcast because the listeners missed out on quite a bit of leaning back in the chair and laughing on mute. There was a bunch of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Denis and I do appreciate you as sponsors and the support that you guys do. Awesome products. We all stand behind everybody that is a part of the show. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to fill in for
he
Tyrell.
should not be named.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having us, Jerid. It was a wonderful time. I love coming on. So
yeah,
it's always fun.
Matt, it was good. Never happened again, but yeah, no.
It's all right. My audio is probably corrupted anyway, so it's going to be you and Coy talking to this mysterious third person.
No, it better not be, because there's some good stuff.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
Yeah, that's good. All right, boys. Well, that's it. We'll see you here next time. And that's a wrap. Coy, say it.
Denis sucks.